Welcome to the fight, Helldiver. Whether you're a cadet fresh out of training or a prospective recruit looking to join the fight, here are some things that you should know about the Galactic War. Beyond what you'll learn in the tutorial, Helldivers is a game with a lot of mechanical complexities that you aren't told up front, so equip yourself with this knowledge and put forward your best and brightest self in service to Super Earth and manage democracy. Progression in Helldivers 2 is split into three main categories: War Bonds, Ship Upgrades, and Stratagem Unlocks. Progressing in these three categories is necessary to expand your arsenal, acquire new technologies, and increase the power and availability of your stratagems, all necessary to overcome the overwhelming odds you will face. As a new player, you'll have access to the Helldivers Mobilize War Bond, which contains an effective array of weapons and armor to get you started, as well as super credits that you can use to purchase premium war bonds. Don't feel rushed to complete your war bonds either, as they do not expire. You have as much time as you want to unlock everything in the game. Ship upgrades provide a number of passive bonuses that improve your stratagems, decreasing cooldowns, improving destructive capability, or providing more niche utility bonuses. Ship upgrades are unlocked using samples, which you collect during missions. More on that later. Unlock them in whatever order you want. Every upgrade line has some good unlocks and some not so good, and with enough playtime, you'll end up unlocking all of them. As a new player, though, I definitely recommend getting Donation Access License and Synthetic Supplementation as soon as possible for an increase in firepower and access to more frequent resupplies. Stratagems are primarily unlocked using requisition credits, a plentiful reward from completing missions. These are broken down into three main categories. Defensive stratagems comprise sentries, minefields, and weapon emplacements, immobile, temporary structures that provide a massive boost in firepower while they remain on the field. Offensive stratagems include the orbital and eagle weapons, heavy firepower with immediate and highly destructive effect on a cooldown relative to their destructive capacity. Eagle stratagems are unique in that they have multiple charges, but their cooldown is shared, meaning that rearming your eagle puts all eagle-type stratagems on cooldown. Supply stratagems deploy specialized support weapons such as heavy machine guns and rocket launchers, backpacks that serve a wide range of utility purposes, and special vehicles. Like your ship upgrades, these should be unlocked in whatever order you want. Ideally, you'll want every stratagem that's available, so you can specialize your loadout for the enemy you're fighting. Some war bonds also offer stratagems that cannot be acquired otherwise, but those are generally not necessary to be able to perform in missions. On your Super Destroyer is the loadout bay, where you can view unlocked equipment and customize your loadout. As a new player, you won't have much, but as you unlock and complete war bonds, you will expand your arsenal accordingly. Most primary weapons can be leveled up, unlocking alternate scopes and attachments such as grips, muzzles, and magazine alterations that allow you to further customize your weapon to suit your needs. No one weapon is the best, with some options offering greater firepower and armor-penetrating capability at the cost of ammo capacity or poor ergonomics, making them difficult to aim. Here, you can also equip any armor you've unlocked, as well as cosmetic helmets and capes. Each set of armor has a passive effect, such as increasing your ammo capacity or reducing certain types of damage taken. There are also three weight classes. Light armor is fast but lacks protection, useful for staying mobile in battle or traversing long distances on foot quickly, while heavy armor allows you to take glancing blows with less risk of immediate death. Medium armor strikes a middle ground between the two, offering a fair measure of protection without sacrificing mobility too greatly. Pick a loadout best suited to your playstyle and the type of enemy you face, then head to the Galactic War map. From there, you'll be able to view the status of the current major order, the community's shared goal in the ongoing war, as well as your personal order, a special side objective to earn an extra reward. Here you can select which enemy faction you want to fight. The Automatons, an army of democracy-hating robots who use heavy armor and ranged attacks. Terminids, swarming bugs that sport minimally protected chaff units and highly durable heavies. Finally, the Illuminate, technologically advanced aliens that deploy armored foot soldiers and mutated humans. Each enemy faction sports different enemy types and employs different tactics, meaning you'll have to adapt your strategy accordingly to defeat them. You can also view dispatches from here, which contain little narrative blurbs that tell you about the ongoing story of Helldivers 2, and the Effects tab, which details various modifiers affecting the mission you're about to undertake. As you complete operations, the little groupings of missions within those yellow borders, you will unlock higher difficulties which introduce more powerful enemy units, an increased number of side objectives, and the opportunity to earn greater reward for your participation in the Galactic War. Select a mission and enter a Hellpod. You'll see a map of the battleground you're about to drop into and be given an opportunity to choose where your squad is going to land. Pick an area that's close to an objective and does not have any active enemy presence. Afterward, pick the 4 stratagems you'll be bringing with you to the fight. Taking a support weapon is necessary. And I would recommend also taking one stratagem to help take out hordes, one for killing heavy units, and one flex slot that you can put anything you want in. Some suggestions are on screen now. When everybody is ready, the mission begins. During a mission, your most important priority is to complete the mission's primary objective, highlighted in orange on your map. Along the way, you should explore the map to discover and complete side objectives, destroy enemy outposts, and visit points of interest to earn extra experience, samples, and requisition slips to unlock upgrades for your ship and new stratagems. Higher level missions have more complex objectives to complete, often requiring sub-objectives to be completed, as well as populating the map with enemy outposts, special side objectives, and increasing the number and quality of samples available on the map. At difficulty level 6, you can start finding super samples, which are required to unlock the highest level upgrades for your ship. Look for an oddly shaped rock with white veins. Exploring points of interest is important for new players, because that's where you'll find extra resources like samples, support weapons, and even super credits, the game's premium currency. Escape pods can be opened by interacting with them. Shipping crates require an explosive, and bunkers require a teammate to open, but contain super credits with greater frequency. Pair up with a battle buddy and explore every map thoroughly, and you can eventually earn every piece of equipment in the game without spending a dime. Not counting the price of admission, of course. If you're ever unsure how to complete an objective, refer to the top right of your screen. The description there should point you in the right direction. Some objectives require interacting with an object in the environment, destroying an enemy structure, or inputting a stratagem code to get things started. It's also important to note that samples collected by your team are shared at the end of the mission. Killing your friends to steal their samples accomplishes nothing. Just make sure everyone is present at extraction so all your collected samples make it to your super destroyer. As you move up into higher level missions, you'll begin to encounter armored foes that require heavy firepower to defeat. Most weapons and stratagems include a tag detailing the level of armor penetration they're capable of: light, medium, heavy, and anti-tank. Most primary and secondary weapons are capable of light or medium penetration, while heavy and anti-tank is typically reserved for support weapons and stratagems. When firing at the enemy, look at the hit marker on your screen to determine the type of armor you're striking. A red hit marker means your attack has fully penetrated your enemy, dealing full damage. White means you've penetrated armor, but only dealt partial damage. A white hit marker and a shield means your target's armor is too thick for your weapon and you're not dealing any damage. At higher levels, it's necessary to account for heavy and tank armored units, so bring an appropriate weapon or suite of stratagems to deal with them. A reminder that each faction requires a different set of tools and tactics to effectively defeat. Terminids have a lot of unarmored units that seek to overwhelm with sheer numbers and only have heavy armor on their largest units. Take weapons with large magazines and reserve your heaviest hitting tools for the big guys. Larger Terminids also have a decentralized nervous system and can continue to attack you even if you blow off their head. Automatons feature more medium armored units, as well as heavies and tanks, and attack from range. Utilize the environment to protect yourself and aim for weak points. Illuminates deploy the full spectrum of armor. Voteless and flesh mobs are unarmored, while overseers have medium armor, and harvesters and leviathans have tank armor. With the exception of the flesh mob and leviathan, all Illuminate units have weak points that allow for easy and quick kills with well-placed shots. A happy Helldiver is a deadly Helldiver, so here are some of the unwritten rules of the game to help ease you into groups with more experienced players. Supply stratagems. Again, those are support weapons, backpacks, and vehicles belong to the player who called them in. There are a few exceptions. Expendable anti-tank launchers have a short cooldown and can be called in frequently, so players who bring them typically don't care if you borrow one and use it to kill a high-value target. Especially generous players who bring a backpack stratagem might choose to share one with another player who is not using a backpack. If one of your teammates pings their own backpack, that usually means they want someone else to take it. When calling reinforcements, throw the stratagem marker close to where your teammate died, but try to not throw it into enemy forces. When reinforcing, every dead player will respawn where the beacon is thrown, so throwing it close to where they died allows them to retrieve drop support weapons and samples. Adding on to this, if one of your teammate dies and you're far away, let the teammate closest to the one who died call in the reinforcements. Helldivers hate having to trek across the map to retrieve their equipment only to die along the way. Practice firearm safety. Cease fire if you suspect one of your teammates is about to cross your line of fire. If your friend is getting mobbed by bugs, don't spray wildly in their direction. Instead, take slow, calculated shots at the most immediate threats without risking hurting your teammates. Your weapons deal a lot of damage to your teammates, and it's not difficult for a stray round to kill your ally. When calling supplies, each player takes a single supply box. Each box tops off ammo for your weapons and gives you 2 grenades and stims, so if you need more than that, give your teammates an opportunity to resupply and then take extra if your friends don't want anything. Communicate. Place a map marker on your intended destination, and if any teammates want to join you, they can place their marker beside yours to signal their intent to do so. Holding the ping button brings up a communication wheel where you can select things like affirmative, negative, hold position, or I need supplies. When the mission is nearing its end, ask in text or voice chat if anyone wants to finish the side objectives before leaving. To finish off, here are some rapid-fire tips I couldn't find space to fit elsewhere, so listen up and pay attention. Blue stratagem markers deliver hell pods, and will always attempt to land where the beacon currently is. Red stratagem markers, however, will target the position they become active, so if one sticks to an enemy that manages to close the gap, don't worry about getting shot by your super destroyer. Despite the implication of their name, boosters are not single-use. Think of them as an extra perk that applies to your whole squad. While aiming, you can enter first-person mode to look through the scope of your weapon, which is incredibly useful for fighting enemies at a distance. Holding the reload button brings up a menu where you can alter the performance of some guns. Scopes typically have multiple zoom levels, and machine guns have a rate of fire switch. It also allows you to see a precise count of the ammo remaining in your magazine. In the HUD menu, turn reticle visibility to visible. This will allow you to see your reticle at all times, allowing you to make accurate shots while hip firing and moving. Rebind your stratagem input keys to something other than your movement keys. This will allow you to key in stratagem codes while remaining mobile. I play on mouse and keyboard and use the arrow keys, taking my hand off the mouse to quickly key in codes and then returning my hand to the mouse to aim my throw. It sounds a bit counterintuitive, but with enough practice and memorization of your stratagem codes, it can be done quickly without interrupting the flow of gameplay. When destroying enemy outposts, any explosive weapon can be used to target spawners, but you can also drop a hell pod onto spawners for the same effect. For bot spawners, throw it into the vent on top, the same way you would throw a grenade. For bug holes, throw it near the rim of the opening, but not into. The hell pod will get lost if it enters the bug hole. Unfortunately, this doesn't usually work for Illuminate ships, as stratagem markers have a habit of bouncing off the hull and the ground surrounding. Your stance affects your accuracy with weapons, but so does your stamina meter. Your weapon will sway more dramatically the lower your stamina is, so take a moment to catch your breath before taking shots at a distance. Friendly fire is inevitable. Don't stress out too much if you're killed by a stratagem or stray bullet, and if you accidentally shoot your teammate, ping sorry and stim them. Extraction is not strictly necessary either. As long as you can complete the mission, you will still earn Warbond medals and experience, but you lose out on any samples collected. Finally, have fun. Don't worry if you need to take a break from the game, the war will wage on without you. And that's everything you need to get started. If you enjoyed this video and are interested in variety gaming content, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend.